Hiya, children. Today we are looking at more fractions in the year 3 part. Remember, you can go to the library, number, fractions, and then scroll down to year 3, more fractions. And today it's really important that you do the lesson because it's all games. All today's lesson is games. I'm going to model each game, and then I'd love it if you played each game, because they are really good at consolidating yesterday's learning about fractions and everything you've ever learned about fractions before. Every single slide is a different game. So it should be a really nice lesson for you today. You've got a big treat. So please go on and play it. So the first game is a fruit fractions game. I'm just going to model it. I'm not going to play it all. Each one, I'm just going to literally show you what you should do. Maybe play one, and then it's up to you. You can play to your heart's content as much as you want, and then log into your portal and do the work, which is probably games as well. I haven't seen exactly what it is. Put 1/5 of the fruit into each box. So here I've got lots of apples, and all I need to do is put 1/5 into each box. Now remember, if we've got a fraction of a number, it has to be equal to the other fractions. So all I need to do is divide these apples equally into each box. And all I need to do to that is simply drag the apples into each box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the moment there's 1 in each box. Do the same again. Two in each box. Wait for my computer to catch up. 3 in each box. 4 in each box. And therefore finally 5 in each box. Now if I know there's 5 in each box and there's 5 boxes, I'm very cleverly going to work out that I must have had 25 apples, because I know that 5 times 5 is 25. 5 apples in each box. It says, well done, let's try another. So you can do as many of them as you want. Then you can move on to game 2. Game 2 is monkey goes bananas. Colour in the correct colour. Click to shade the correct fraction of bananas in the bubbles. So the monkey is thinking about bananas, and I need to shade in 3 bananas. The first thing I'm going to do is count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then if I know I've got 12, I need to divide 12 by the denominator, which is 3. And therefore, I will shade in 3. No, I need to divide it by 3, sorry. Oh, my brain's not with it this morning. So I'm going to unshade them because I was making a silly error there. I was dividing it by 4, and we do not want to divide it by 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Therefore, I need to shade in 4. I'm going to go through one more of these because I messed that one up a little bit. So here, I need to shade in 1/3 of the bananas, 1/3 of the bananas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I know 9 divided by 3 is 3. So now I have 1/3 of bananas shaded in. So play that one as much as you want. Number 3, game 3, is finding fractions. Find the amount by clicking the fish you want to count. So click the fishes you want to count them. I want to find 1/3 of 18, and therefore I need to divide, just like I did in the last one, 18 by the denominator. Divide 18 by 3, and I know 18 divided by 3 is 6. So I need to count the fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. How I could also check that I've got a third there is then also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I've just counted that there's 6 there, 6 group there, and 6 in a group there. I've shown that there's 3 equal groups of 6. I'm not going to click on them though, because I don't want them to be coloured in, because I want it to mark it correct. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, this one's very sim. 1/3 of 18 on this one. but you can do it again, and they do come up with different ones. It must just be luck that it came up with that one again. So, fraction shape game. Select the picture which shows the fraction. You have 3 lives, and you can answer 10 questions correctly. Select the shape that shows 2/5. So the first thing I'm going to do is count the parts of the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, I know if that one only has 4, then it's not in fifths, it's in quarters. So it can't be that one. Big fat cross on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now these two both have 5, but what you should have noticed is this one, the parts are not an equal size. Now we know in a fraction, every single part of the shape, every single one of these fifths must be exactly the same size. But this one, if you got a ruler, that one will be much shorter than this one. Therefore, we know this one must be right. Going to go through one more of these. Okay, this one says there's 10 questions for you to do, and you have 3 lives. So I want to see if you can get 10 without losing a single life. Again, this one I can see that these 2 parts are unequal, so I'm going to cross that one out immediately. Now look at this one, and there's only 3 parts, and I need it in fifths. So I know nice and simply that this one, with 2 bits shaded in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, must be 2/5. So you can continue with that game. Game 5 is to click and shade the shapes. Very simple. We did very, very, very similar to this in yesterday's work. So here I can see that I've got a circle split into tenths. So I'm going to shade 1, 2, 3. And if you don't believe me that it's in tenths, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably best to always count first. Now I went to that one first because that one to me looked the easiest. This one also looks the easiest. You don't have to do them in order. Okay, so this one, 1, 2, 3, is in thirds, and it says shade 2. 1, 2. Nice and easy. So this one's a little bit harder. I can see it's 3/4, and it's split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first thing I'm going to do is work out 1/4. So to work out 1/4, it would be 8 divided by 4, which is 2. So I'm going to shade in 1/4 so I remember. Now I need to do that 3 times. Shade in. So that will be 1/4, that will be 1/2, that will be 3/4. It says shade in 1/5. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know if I need to shade in 1/5, okay, it would be 10 divided by 5, which is 2. That would be 1/5. If it was a different number on top, remember, you'd have to do more, but it's only asking for 1/5, and I've shaded in 1/5. This says shade in 2/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice and easy. I don't need to do any divisions because I know that there are 5 parts and I need to shade in 2. So, game 6. Fraction choice game. What fraction is shaded in each picture? Choose the correct answer. Okay, you have 2 minutes to get as many right as you can. Try to get 10 correct answers. Okay, so I'm going to just play the first one and then I'll move on. I'm not going to play for 2 minutes. That'd be a waste of your time and my time. But we'll play the first one just to show you what you need to do. So I can see here, this is my time bar. Remember, the time is going down. See as many as you can answer as possible. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 are shaded in. 2/4 is the same as 1/2. So I've got 1. I've got that one correct. I'll do one more. My computer's been very slow today. I'm very sorry about that. So, is this 1/5 or 2/5? Now, I can immediately see that these are not all equal sizes, and therefore immediately I know if the shape isn't split into equal amounts, then it must be neither. Okay, so that's that game. Look at the fractions carefully and count them. This one I'd count them all and then count how many are shaded in and be able to work it out. Game 7. Shade 3/10 of the shape. Okay, so I could shade them in any colours. You get to pick the colour this time. So I'm going to count how many parts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. There are 10 parts and I need to shade 3. I'm going to do 1 pink, 1 yellow and 1 purple. Click on a square in the key to choose the colour. I think maybe it's not happy that I picked 3 colours there. Let's see what happens if I pick the same colour. Why is it saying that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, because I haven't read the question properly. It says shade 3/10 of the shape blue. So you can't pick the colour. You need to pick which colour it asks. Okay? So follow the instructions carefully. Do not follow what Miss Miletto just did. How silly am I? I thought it was saying you can make it all nice and funky. Don't worry about that. So you can do as many of them as you want. Game 8 is to match the tiles with the same value. Okay, now this one is a little bit tricky. Okay, so I'm going to do this whole one with us. So it's asking for 1/10 of 70. Okay, 1/10 of 20. All of these are one part of a number. What you have to, just like with the other lessons, for example, 1/4 of 12, you had to divide 12 by 4, or 1/2 of 12, you had to divide 12 by 2. You have to do exactly the same. So all you do is divide the whole number, the biggest number, by the part it's asking you, the denominator. So that would be 70 divided by 10. And 70 divided by 10 is nice and easy. It is 7. 90 divided by 10 would be 9. 20 divided by 10 would be 2. And it's a really good way to say it back to yourself that 1/10 of 20 is 2. And 1/10 of 70 is 7. Let's have a look at this one. 30 divided by 3 would be 10. Therefore, 1/3 of 30 is 10. Now, I'm getting to the more tricky ones now, but I've got less answers to think about. So this one I'm going to go for next. 1/5 of 25. That'll be 25 divided by 5, which is 5. So 1/5 of 25 is 5. 1/3 of 24. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 1/3 of 24 is 8. Now these ones are more tricky because we don't have a 1 on. Therefore, we need to do 32 divided by 4. 32 divided by 4, you should all know, is 8. Now we need to look at the top number and we need to times 8 by 3. So 32 divided by 4, then timesing it by the numerator to get the 3 parts. So that one would be 24. 3/4 of 32 is 24. Therefore, we know that this must be this, but let's just check it. 20 divided by 4 is 5, times 3 is 15. The final slide is for you to have a go at beating the clock. Answer as many questions as you can in 2 minutes. And remember, it would be amazing if you could put your answers in the blog, and I'll give you a big shout out in tomorrow's blog, just like I did for the Monday, Tuesday blog. Okay? That would be really good. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you enjoy the games when you do them. And I'm looking forward to seeing all your brilliant work on MyPortal. Just because you're doing the games today doesn't mean you haven't got work on MyPortal. And then we'll see you tomorrow.